So hi out there in FlossTube land, this is Tina Frazier coming to you from Columbus, Ohio. Today is Saturday, November 7th at approximately 5:40 p.m. Eastern Time. And I'm coming to you today from the United States. And as almost everybody in the world knows, this week was a very important week in the United States presidential environment. Tuesday was election day here in the United States, and this morning, earlier today, around probably lunchtime, 11:30 or so, Joe Biden and his running mate Kamala Harris were announced as the elected president and vice president of the United States of America. They had confirmed Pennsylvania to be given to Joe Biden, which gave him the 20 electoral votes he needed to surpass the 270 required electoral votes to win the presidency for the United States of America. And there is a lot of celebration in the United States today. Yes, I'm going to kind of talk about that. I am wearing blue. I didn't intend that I was wearing blue today for a specific reason, but I am wearing blue. I have dark blue pants on and blue socks on and stuff, but I am wearing blue, and I am, for all intents and purposes, relieved. There seems, at least in the circles that I am involved in, there seems to be a relief, like a dark cloud has just been lifted among everybody on Facebook and in my personal circles that I know and care for deeply. There's just been a huge dark cloud that has been kind of removed over us. We're all feeling kind of a sigh of relief. We know that there is deep division amongst us here in the United States, and going forward, we're going to need to try to get over our differences. Some of us, it's going to be easier than others, but we need to try and get over our differences so we can heal the country. The country has a long way to go to dig ourselves out of this despair that we have been in the last 4 years, and we have a long way to go. I'm not saying necessarily that President-elect Biden is the perfect person to do that, but he and Kamala Harris are at least the ones we have right now that hopefully will lead us to begin making the change and heal the country. So I am thankful for that. I am happy that we don't have 4 more years of what we've just been through in this country. I just hope that everything will work itself out, and that, we can kind of heal and come together. There are some people that I have lost friendships and lost contact with over the last 4 years that I'm not sorry I no longer have contact or friendship with, but, it's probably better for me personally that they're not in my life. And I'm hoping that the ones that are kind of on the fringe of not being in my life anymore can maintain at least some level of contact with me, because I do like them and I like them as a person. I just don't like a lot of their beliefs, and I hope that we can kind of just come together and understand our differences and kind of move forward from there. But, there's some people that I'm just really thankful they're no longer around. And I don't know, in the next 4 years, I don't know if I'll be willing to welcome them back, but I'm just really glad that the hatred and the dark cloud that has been hanging over America the last 4 years is on its way out the door come January. So just be thankful with those of us that that see the change that we need is coming. Just pray for us that we have the hope, we have the strength to try and work together with the others in the country to move forward from where we are now, because we really need to as a country. It's really important that we kind of change our worldview with the rest of the world, and that we can come together to kind of repair America, because we really need to do that in the next 4 years and basically going forward from now. This was probably the worst administration that this country's seen, and we went out and voted, and we kind of laid the smack down, so to speak, the unexpected smackdown, because the outgoing person sitting in the White House was completely 100% unprepared to admit defeat. So hopefully this will be a new chapter in America, and a better chapter and a brighter chapter, and hopefully we can get forward. So anyway, that being said, that's my political speech for today. I am wearing blue. I'm kind of happily wearing blue. We've waited for this outcome basically all week. I haven't been sleeping well. I know a lot of other people haven't been sleeping well. And there's a lot of people in the country, 7.1 million people to be exact, that are feeling the exact same way the 7.4 million people that voted with me to make the change America needs. The 7.1 million people now that didn't vote with us to make the change, they're feeling exactly the way we did 4 years ago. They're feeling despair. They're feeling like they're lost. But hopefully they'll come to understand soon, and with open eyes, that their leader failed them, like their leader failed the entire country. And that is why we made the decision we made. We needed the change. We needed it badly, and it needed to be now. We couldn't deal with 4 more years of the same shit. So anyway, but that is all of my thing. So now, I'm just happy to know that America is moving on, and we're really, really so very thankful. This Thanksgiving is going to be a wonderful Thanksgiving for many in America. A huge weight has been lifted off of us, and we're really grateful for that. So there's quite a few things going on for November. I will be right back in just a minute. So hi again out there in FlossTube land. This is Tina Fraser coming back to you. I just needed to take a little bit of a break because I needed to make some notes in my notebook about a few things that I kind of wanted to talk about with you today. So in this video, first of all, I want to say thank you. Thank you to everybody who has been watching my channel over the last couple of years. If you're new to my channel, this is my channel about cross-stitch, crafts, diamond painting, life stuff, different hobbies that I do outside of crafts, including ghost hunting, and just anything else that I happen to throw up here in general. Just things that I find funny. Sometimes I do goofy taste tests and stuff like that on here. Just my way of kind of showing a little different stuff that you might not see everywhere else. And I'm coming to you today with a little bit of a cross-stitch update. So this is for everybody that does cross-stitch, or if you don't do cross-stitch, but you just kind of want to see what's involved. I have a lot going on. So I want to say thank you to those of you who are new. I hope you find something on my channel that you can use, that you find enjoyable, and that you'll come back and watch some more or see some of my older videos. For those of you that have watched before and have come back, thank you very much. I hope that you continue to watch. And if you really like what you see, I encourage you to click the subscribe button down below and to click the notification bell so you're notified when I upload new content. It's not necessarily planned. Just a minute, I have to add a little bit of chapstick to my lips. My lips are a little dry. Hold on just a minute. Okay, that's a little better. All right. So thank you for coming back. But again, click the subscribe button if you want to be notified. And the notification bell if you want to be notified when I upload new content. I'm not necessarily regular. I'm generally about once a week, once every 2 weeks, I'm putting up some videos. And it can either be diamond painting or cross stitch or a combination thereof or other crafts or, like I said, ghost hunting and stuff like that I'm kind of involved with. And those of you that subscribe, thank you. Thank you very much for being a subscriber. Thank you for leaving your comments. Thank you for leaving your likes and dislikes. I like it all. I do my best to try and respond to the comments that are left on my channel and also to some of the questions that I do get. So anyway, welcome, and I hope you find something that you like. Anyway, so this video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my plans for November. There's a lot going on this month, and there's a lot of new stitch-alongs that actually started November 1st that I have decided to join in. So that's going to be something new. There's quite a few of them, at least five or six, stitch-alongs. And kind of thrown in there, and also towards the end I'm going to talk to you about a couple of whip updates and show you some whip updates and talk to you a little bit about a model stitch that I started to stitch for a local designer here in Columbus, EJV Designs. She reached out to me on Facebook because she's a lady that actually works for my local needlework shop, Cross My Heart, here in Columbus, Ohio. And she is a designer, EJV Designs, Emily Van. She had a piece that she kind of needed somebody to stitch, and she has reached out and asked me to stitch it. I picked up the stuff to stitch it last Saturday, and I started in on it, and it's really, really cute and kind of apropos for everything going on here right now. So I'm just really excited to be able to stitch this for her, and I can show you just a little bit of it. You're not going to get much out of it, but it's really cute. And I'm looking forward to this pattern being released. So, anyway, so sorry about that. I do have Fox News playing on the TV down here. I'm kind of just interested to see how Fox News spins the election coverage today, in light of the fact that their typical preferred candidate did not win the election. So I'm just kind of been wondering, like what their spin on everything is, and it's been interesting to hear Fox News kind of take a step back and actually not take the same road that the current now outgoing president has taken. But anyway, it's just been kind of interesting. So you'll see me look up occasionally, because they're flashing just the Electoral College vote counts and stuff. So I'll look up the so I guess they're kind of showing his speech from earlier today. Anyway, so I'm going to talk to you about test stitching, and that's about all I have for you today. Once I get through it, I've got a lot to talk about. So we'll kind of get right into it. So here's where I talk about cross stitch now. So if you're not here for cross stitch, I kind of don't really have much else for you, but anyway, if you're interested, just kind of take a seat and grab something to drink and some popcorn and have a watch. So as I alluded to earlier in my little intro, this month of November 1st, now we're now 7 days into the month, November 1st, there was at least 4 stitch-alongs that I have decided to join for November 1st. And they're all new starts for me. So there's some people out there that are planning for 2021 being No New Starts 2021, where they're trying to start everything they can between now and December 31st to get at least 200 stitches in on new projects that they're going to be focusing on for the year 2021. I am not a no new start person. I never claimed to be. I don't think I can hold myself to that because there's just some things that, you know, come up and I kind of want to start them. I'm not a serial starter, but I'm also not a monogamous stitcher. I will stitch. I have about 50 whips or so going right now, and this month is going to add to that. So yeah, so some of the people that are doing the No New Starts 2021 have deemed this New Start November. So I'm kind of sort of participating in that with the at least 4 new stitch alongs that I am going to get started with you right now. Now I've only started one of them so far, but I have all month. So the first one, all of these started November 1st, so they go until the end of the month. So the first one that I'd like to talk about is the only one that I have started so far this month. The first one that I have started, you notice my project bag here, my lovely Ziploc bag project bag. This one is for the Stitching 911 Facebook group. They are doing the Carolyn Manning Stitch Along. You can pick any Carolyn Manning chart. I happened to pick, I went online last week and picked the chart because I had a piece of fabric that I could use for it, just basic white. I picked the fabric for it. I wasn't sure if I was going to dye it or not, but the Carolyn Manning Stitch Along for Stitching 911, I am doing, oh, I didn't want to do that. All right, PDF. I am doing Carolyn Manning's Aquamarine. Carolyn Manning's Aquamarine. Now there's greens and aquas in here. There's 500, 502, 503, 955, 959, 964, 966, 3756, 3816, 159, 163. I am doing Carolyn Manning's Aquamarine. I started this on Sunday, November 1st. And I put in, on this, I put in 255 stitches on Sunday, November 1st. I haven't gotten much farther, but this is a piece of 28 count. This is a piece of 28 count white Monaco that I got from Hobby Lobby or Joann's or someplace. It's just the basic you can pick up at the store. This is an 11 by 8 Q snap, and you can see where I got. I started here in the middle and worked over to this corner. So I'm basically working, I'm working 1/1 full cross on this because I wanted to get the coverage down, but there's some gray and some white in there. So this is where I got on the Carolyn Manning. This Aquamarine. This is Aquamarine. This needle minder is an EJV Designs needle minder. It's just a little kind of aquamarine flower. I just figured it would go on here really well. And I'm sort of half doing the parking method on this. But there we have it. I haven't worked on it the rest of the week just because of election stuff, and I just haven't really felt a whole lot like stitching this week. Hopefully I'll get quite a bit more stitching on this week. Yeah. Aquamarine is my birthstone. So here is the first stitch along. This is for Stitching 911 Facebook group. And the they're doing the Carolyn Manning sale. I will put the links to the Facebook groups and the sales that are going along this month down in the description box below, so you can kind of follow along. So I don't have a whole lot. This is kind of like the first row. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot stitched, but there's 255 stitches in here, and I'm doing it one strand of floss over one thread, basically using all the called for colors. So that is that, the Carolyn Manning Aquamarine SAL. So, and I do have it in Pattern Keeper, so I am keeping track of my stitches there. Get this put away. So that is the first SAL, and so far the only SAL that I have started for November. Okay, so the second SAL that started November 1st is the Unofficial Official Kringles SAL. Now, those of you that have been around cross stitch the last year or so are familiar with Little House Needleworks and Country Cottage Needleworks. It's a needlework shop that sells a lot of patterns online. They came out with this chart. I want to say it was last year. No, it was this year, earlier this year. They came out with Kringles. It is Santa's gift shop, basically. And they're doing the Unofficial Official Kringles SAL. It's not, this SAL isn't a Little House Needlework SAL. It is done by somebody else. So it's called the Unofficial Official Kringles SAL. Now, I've had the chart for a little while. I did make a working copy of the chart for me to use. So I don't have to use my really nice chart. The chart is on heavier weight printing paper. Anyway, knowing that I was going to start this this weekend, or sometime this month, I went last Saturday to my local needlework shop and picked up the fabric for it. I didn't have fabric on hand that I thought I could use, and they didn't have the actual called for fabric. It calls for Parisian Gray from Access Commodities, 30 count. I ended up with 32 count R&R iced cappuccino. So I'm going to have to, before I start this, I'm going to have to serge the ends of the fabric. But my LNS Cross My Heart had the cappuccino already for me. And I think it's going to work just fine on this. It's 32 count. I'm going to do it over one. This is a 18 by 27 piece of R&R Productions. So, yep. The design size is 193 by 232. So it's wider, or it's longer than it is wide. So I do have some of the specialty floss for this, but it does call for multiple skeins of the floss that I don't have multiple skeins of the floss. Like, for instance, it calls for 6 skeins of black coffee. I have another Little House Needleworks design that has black coffee in it that I've already put my black coffee here. So you also know One More Stitch by Little House Needleworks. A lot of the colors in One More Stitch are also in Kringles. So I'll be using, I have this kind of kitted up. And I may actually start this on my own this month too. I don't know yet. I got a lot of stuff going on. But the called for specialty fibers in here in One More Stitch are also in Kringles, but you need a lot more of them because you need 6 strands of black, or 6 skeins of black coffee, 5 skeins of eggshell, 3 skeins of campfire, and 1 skein of the rest of them. You need hazelnut, pine needles, roasted chestnut, trail dust, and weeping willow. Oh, apparently you need a Veriswa size 4 as well. But there's also 7 DMC colors that are called for in this too. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that and see if I need to delete out the pattern. But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna be doing this on R&R Iced Cappuccino. So I'm looking forward to starting this sometime in the next week. My goal is to have this started sometime this week. There's a lot of people going strong on it. Some of the people started it before the SAL started and are just starting to participate in the SAL, kind of at their you know, the point that they've started. So we shall see where this goes. But this is for the Unofficial Official Kringles SAL by Little House Needleworks. This away. All right. The next SAL I want to talk about, I think I talked about this in my last video. This one is the Stitch Maynia Facebook group. The people that brought you Stitch Maynia, the Stitch Maynia Facebook group is doing the Miss Christmas Eve SAL, which is a pattern by Nora Corbett. And I don't have Miss Christmas Eve, but I do have Victorian Christmas Eve. And this is from the Cross Stitch and Needlework. This is from Cross Stitch and Needlework magazine, the January 2008 issue. So I will be doing Victorian Christmas Eve. I don't have the floss, the fancy floss pulled for it. It does call for I thought it called for whisper. Maybe it does not. I don't know. I'll have to look again. It calls for Mill Hill Magnifica beads, though. And, yep. Oh, it does call for whisper. It calls for white whisper. So I'm going to have to pull the whisper that I have in my stash and pull that out. But I've had the fabric for this for a little while. And I don't have the sticker for the fabric, but this is natural linen. It's probably 32 count because that's what I've been stitching a lot of my stuff on. So this is just natural linen, 32 count. And that's what I'll be stitching Victorian Christmas Eve on. So when I do start it, which will hopefully be this month. And I did make a working copy of the chart. So it's in this kind of different project bag that I've had for several years. It's been in this project bag probably since I kitted it. I got the fabric for it. Probably about 10 years ago. This has been a project, on my mind project since 2008 when I first saw it. So that is Victorian Christmas Eve for the Miss Christmas Eve Stitch Along for Stitch Maynia. Okay. And that just fell on the floor. All right. Official Kringles SAL. Also, in the Little House Needleworks and Country Cottage Needleworks Facebook group, that is not it, it's this one. They started, officially November 1st, the Holiday Village Stitch Along started. And you can stitch on any of the Country Cottage Needleworks or Little House Needleworks holiday villages that they've released so far. So I am doing where is it? I am doing Snow Village. So here's the banner in the middle for Snow Village. And as you can see, I have all the other pieces. Now the interesting thing for this stitch along is you're supposed to post your progress, and once you finish each of these little charts, if you're doing one big piece, you finish each of the little ones. That counts as a finish. And you post your progress, you show you finish, you get entered in a prize drawing. Not in a prize drawing. So my goal is I'm going to probably be working on the Snow Village part first. It's the bigger one. And then I'm going to put all of the little ones around in a big piece. So I don't have the called for fabric, but I did have one in my stash from when I was on the Picture This Plus Fabric of the Month. I have Picture This Plus Mirage. It's 28 count Lugana, 18 by 27. It will fit Snow Village. So for this one to do, it doesn't say. It doesn't say. I wonder if the big part will say. Stitch count 111 by 61. The finished size is approximately 7 by 3 when stitched on the recommended fabric. So that is just this little part. There were dimensions elsewhere about it, but this piece of 18 by 27, 28 count Mirage should fit the piece just fine. And I'm looking forward to getting that started, hopefully this week as well. I don't have stitch count goals. I think I'm going to do what Stephanie from Just Keep Stitching does, and just do, like, just consider it one length of floss. One length of a color of floss as a start. Most of the people doing the No New Starts 2021, they have to prove that they have at least 200 stitches in all their whips by I think the middle of December. So they have to get 200 stitches in all the whips that they want to carry over for No New Starts next year. But I'm not going to hold myself to that because, you know, it's New Start November for me. So this is going to be my 4th New Start for the month of November, I'm hoping. All right. Alright, so another new start that I'm actually considering, this time of year, a lot of holiday programs come on TV, and one of my all-time most favorite holiday programs is The Sound of Music. I grew up watching The Sound of Music as a little girl back in the 70s and 80s, and my grandmother loved The Sound of Music. Her and I we'd watch it. My grandma had the 8-track tape of it. We'd play the 8-track tape all day long on repeat, and we'd sit and craft to it. So one of the things I'm going to start, this is going to be another new start for me, I have the Sing a Song Sampler Series from Silver Creek Samplers. This is Sing a Sampler Series. It's Do Re Mi. And it's all 4 pieces. I'm going to do them all in a row, one long row. I've showed this before too. I'm going to be doing this on angel hair, Weeks Dye Works, 35 count linen. It's a 12 by 36 piece, and it's kind of a very pale yellow cream color. So I also have to serge the edges on this, but here's the piece for it, so you can get an idea of how it's going to be. But I'm going long ways. I originally thought that I might be doing this piece going down, but the way the pattern is broken up on the second set, it says the notes to sing. You can see the N is partially cut off and the G would be over here. So if I did it up and down, the G would, part of the N and the G would be down here. I think that would look funky. So I just decided to do it all in one big row all the way across. So that's going to be another one that I start this month. At least that's what's planned. I might wait until December. My ideal is to wait until The Sound of Music airs on TV, and this is going to be the piece I focus on that night. I don't know if it's going to air in November or December, but then again, I may simply just do my own watch party stitch along and come up with the, you know, I may just kind of see if I can find it somewhere and play it myself on a special night and just sit and stitch and watch the sound of music and stitch my sing-a-song sampler. I do have the specialty threads for it all pulled already. There's quite a few of them, but I do have a lot of the specialty threads pulled for this already. Some of them may be needed in some of them may be needed in some of the other projects, but yeah, so here's the specialty threads that I have for this as well. So this is ready to go whenever I want to get started. And I'm hopefully going to be started on that. So that is start number 1. That is start number 5 that I will have this month. Hopefully. This may be in December, but start number 5. Like I said, though, I'm not doing no new starts. So the fact that I'm starting a bunch of stuff in November and possibly December is interesting. Okay. A couple other new projects that I may consider starting. This one's an old one. This one came out in 2018. This is from Blackberry Lane Designs. This is the Winter Snow Owl. I really like this one a lot. I bought a piece of, this is Picture This Plus Mirage. This is the same color that I have for Snow Village. This is the same color I have for Snow Village. I'm going to do this, the owl on this. And I have a big enough piece, more than enough to do something else on this. So this is my piece of Mirage for the Winter Snow Owl. So this is a potential new start for me as well. And yet another one, those of you that have watched my channel for a little while also know that I like Diane Grabner designs. She does a lot of Amish themed designs. I've had this one in my stash for quite a while. This one is called Home for the Holidays. And I really like this one. I like almost all of her Amish designs, but I've had a piece of this kind of bluish gray even weave that I got from Michael's or Joann's or Hobby Lobby. It's just an even weave. I may try and maybe, I don't know, it calls for, I think it's on a gray. The model is stitched on a gray. It's Weigart gray. It's on a gray. I may take some gray and I may scrunch this up and RIT dye it to give it modeling effects gray. So it's a blue and gray. Yeah, it's stitched on a gray. I think it'll go really nice on the blue though. And I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, this is Home for the Holidays by Diane Grabner. Diane Grabner. Home for the Holidays. I've had this on my want to start pile, for quite a long time. I have quite a few of her designs, and I really like them. And I made my working copy. It's in my very nice project bag. Those of you who have watched one of my recent videos knows that I am actually looking for an Amish themed project bag. I have an Amish piece that I'm working on now called A Mid-Amish Life that I'd actually like a project bag for. And I'd like it to be kind of like Amish themed fabric, but I haven't found anybody that has Amish themed fabric. So if any of you out there that make project bags happen to know where you can get some Amish themed fabric for making a project bag, and you would be interested in making a project bag, please get in touch with me. I would be very thankful to gladly pay for a project bag so I can put my Diane Grabner Amish and my Amid Amish Life in it. All right. So we will get into a little bit of haul now. I didn't have that listed on my thing, but you know, I showed you the video. I will include the video of my GaRon Tottenbags Grime Guard of the Month shipment that I got earlier this week here. So hi out there in FlossTube land, this is Tina Frazier coming to you from Columbus, Ohio. Today is November 3rd. It's election day here in the United States, and I'm just hunkered down in the basement trying to avoid everything going on because I'm dealing with a lot of anxiety and a lot of internal emotions because I'm kind of a little fearful that the election results that I really think this country deserves and needs is not going to happen, and that we're going to be subjected to 4 more years of the bullshit going on in the country right now. So anyway, I got my GaRon Tottenbags Grime Guard of the Month delivery today. So I'm going to open this for you. And this won't be going up until after November 5th. They are asking on the GaRon. I know I'm butchering that. I know he says it a little different. The GaRon Tottenbags website, that they'd like everybody not to post anything until after the 5th, so that they can make sure that everybody in the Grime Guard of the Month and the Bag of the Month are able to receive their bags of the month before the spoiler is out there for people to see. So we have this. Scissors. I just ended my work session for today, so yeah, we're gonna be going out to dinner here in a bit, and I'm gonna be trying to avoid anything news related. Oh, this is really pretty. It's kind of browns and tans. You can see that it's browns and tans. I do get the 11 by 11 Grime Guards, because that's most of the size of Q snaps that I use. I was not the lucky winner. I was not the lucky winner of the bag this month. Congratulations to the winner, but I was not the lucky winner of the bag. So, I love the way their fabric smells. It has a very beautiful scent. Let's see, what do we have this year? Oh my god, it's peacocks. It's brown peacocks, you guys. Either that or turkeys, but I think they're peacocks. So we have brown peacocks. Can you see that, you guys? It's brown peacocks. If it's turkey, I don't think turkeys have things like that. Those are peacock feathers. They're definitely peacocks. They're definitely peacocks. But look at that. That is really pretty. And it's fall. This will go on a couple of projects that I'm working on. This is really pretty. Thank you, GaRon Tottenbags. One of the other things that my husband got me, as you know, recently the LA Dodgers in baseball won the World Series. So I've been really happy with that because I grew up in the Los Angeles area, and we used to go to Dodger games a lot. So I'm really happy. And my husband got me an early Christmas gift and gave it to me tonight because he figured that I could use them now. And those of you that have watched my channel and that know me personally know that I'm a really big fan of Hello Kitty. I really like Hello Kitty. So my husband got me something very special. So hold on just a minute. So you see that? It says Dodgers here. It has Hello Kitty on this side. So my husband got me these LA Dodgers Hello Kitty face masks. So I have it in the Dodger blue. And then because I'm a girl, he also got me one in pink. It has the Dodgers logo there. And Hello Kitty in a baseball outfit. So I am now the proud owner of 2 LA Dodgers Hello Kitty face masks. So that was really a special treat. This is an early Christmas present from my husband. So it's really, really kind of cute. So yeah, I'll show you this. It's the Dodgers. and Hello Kitty. The Dodgers and Hello Kitty. So I'm really happy about that. So, yay me. And that's all I got for you right now. Oh, one of the other things I did get, I also just got my order for the 1983 to 1990 Just Cross Stitch DVD. This is the DVD with all the PDFs of the Just Cross Stitch magazine from the years 1983 to 1990. So, I'll put this up here. My collection of the normal issues of Just Cross Stitch are now complete. So I have 1983 to 1990, 1991 to 2000, 2001 to 2010, and 2011 to 2015. So I'm going to be on the lookout now for, I know you can get the Halloween DVDs, so I'll probably look at getting the Halloween DVD. I think there's only one Halloween issue DVD out there, but I now have basically all the back issues of Just Cross Stitch magazine, which will help for the magazine monthly challenge group that I'm in, and all that stuff. So I have some other updates and some other goings on for you to talk to you about in my video that I'm hopefully going to be recording here in the next day or two, since I didn't do one this weekend to upload. Yeah, be looking out for that. Anyway, that's all I have for you tonight. Just a really quick update. I have my Hello Kitty Dodger masks, my GaRon Tottenbag grime card. Love the way it smells. Absolutely love it. And I love the autumn peacocks. The autumn peacocks are just so cool, you guys. Yep, the autumn peacocks are just cool. Look at the autumn peacocks. You can see they are peacocks. They are so pretty. I'm loving this. So yeah, thank you GaRon Tottenbags for the lovely grime card. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to using it. So that's all we got for you now. And I'll be back with another installment sometime soon. Anyway, that's all I got. Thank you. Have a nice night. Goodbye. So just to show you, here is the grime guard of the month. It is Autumn Peacocks. And the project bags for GaRon Tottenbags, I think it's GaRon Tottenbags, matches the grime guards. So that was pretty neat. And then I had forgotten that I had ordered this, but Crazy Annie Stitching had offered up the Blue Flowers Cozy Christmas Cat as a little kit. You could get just the pattern. You could get the pattern, the floss, the fabric, and the Zappy Dots needle minder to go with it. And I had forgotten that I had totally ordered this. So I now have the Blue Flower Cozy Christmas Cat with 40 count pewter linen. And look at the Zappy Dots needle minder, you guys. Look at that cat. He is so frickin' cute. And I think they're doing a kind of an unofficial stitch along on the Crazy Annie Stitchers Facebook group. So I have this to start too. So I don't know if I'll start that or not. And then 2 weeks ago, well, it's been 3 weeks now. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago, on the Bestitch Me Facebook group for their Bestitch Me fabrics, I won one of the Friday Night Fight Night fabrics. And here it is. This one isn't listed. This is a 28 count or 32 count Lugana, 18 by 27. Look at this, you guys. And it's opalescent. So you can see the shimmer in it. It shimmers. It's very beautiful, you guys. So this is my piece. It's very beautiful. I think I'm going to try and use this for the Grinning Ghosts SAL that is based on Disney's Haunted Mansion ride. I'm going to try and use this piece of fabric for that. Depending on if the floss toss goes well. So, this is my Friday night fight night from Crazy Annie Stitching. Alright, I think that's about it. Well, no, that is not about it for this haul. I also got the new issue of the World of Cross Stitching magazine. This is the issue 299, November 2020. There is a couple of really cute things in here, including this Doreen Jones Advent Calendar pattern. Little teeny symbols and motifs from Doreen Jones. And I probably will end up stitching these because I just think these are so cute. And you can probably do them on perforated paper or whatnot. But that was really super cute. This was another thing that was really super cute. The Festive Fairy. So she's really cute too. I'm not going to do an entire flip through because there's probably other flip throughs that you can see out there. But they have little motifs. They have a bunch of little motifs that are Christmas themed that are also really cute. 38 cozy charts. There's one in here that I'm probably definitely going to do. It's the little kitty in the window. I'll probably end up doing that one at some point. The Stay Cozy was also really nice. But yeah, this is out of the World of Cross Stitch magazine. The November 2020 issue number 299. So, and the free thing was the little birdies and the teacups. So, look here, Magic Kingdom SAL and the Crossing SAL. All right, so that's all I have for the haul, and also for new starts and planned starts for the month of November. All of the things that I showed you, except for the Diane Gravener Amish design and the Snow Owl design and the Sing-A-Song samplers, are for planned stitch-alongs for the month of November. So I have 4 planned stitch-alongs with the potential of 3 other starts for this month. All right, so now we're going to go on to whips. Oh, there's one more I need to show you. I think I've shown you this before as well. But one other new start that I kind of hope to start for the month of November. I don't know if there's an official stitch along for this or not. There might be. I don't know. I'm gonna be starting Glendon Place's Pumpkin Swirl. So I do have most of the beads for it. And I do also have the Dinky Dyes flosses for it. And I'm going to be doing this on a piece of Picture This Plus 28 count Lugana in the colorway Murmur. I think I showed you this before, but I think this will be a really pretty, you're not going to be able to see the colors. My camera washes this out in this light down here, but this is going to be really pretty, I think. So this is another planned start for me that I have for hopefully this month. So, yeah, here's another one. lots of stuff. All right, so now on, I had that one last potential new start for November. So I have a lot of new starts coming up this month. I'm kind of excited about it, but it also puts a lot more whips on my plate. So yeah, so now we're gonna do whips. So for this month, or for the month of October mainly, and some of last week, I actually worked on my Cricut collection skeleton crew. Sorry about that, you're not going to be able to see that, but I worked on the Cricut collection skeleton crew. I can't tell you the color of the fabric because I don't know it. This was just a piece of green fabric. That I had, and my needle minder is somewhere in the bag, I hope. Yes, my needle minder is stuck to the floss ring. Alright, so this is my piece for the skeleton crew. So you can see where I worked on this month. Let me go ahead and fold this up. Where I worked on was up here in this sail. All my stitches came up here in this sail, and I'm using glow-in-the-dark thread for here. But the interesting thing is as I was stitching here this week, or this last week, I was looking at my stitches over here. This is kind of where I started, because I think the middle of the pattern is right here. I started here and then went down here and did some of the ship so I can come up this way. I decided in the skeletons that I was going to do glow-in-the-dark thread. And I decided that I liked the skeletons and glow-in-the-dark thread enough that I was going to do all the sails, all the rest of the sails in glow-in-the-dark thread. So this is glow-in-the-dark thread. I'm not going to be able to flip the lights off and show you. But this area here where I started was done in the called for white thread, the DMC white. And as I was stitching, I can tell, as I was stitching over here, I could tell the difference in color between this and this. And I've decided that I'm going to frog this at some point and restitch what I've done here in glow-in-the-dark. So all the ship masks will be glow-in-the-dark. So, yep. So the 30th, 31st, and 1st, I did 300 and some stitches on this, but this is what it's going to be. So you can see the ship masks and everything are all going to be in glow-in-the-dark. The skeletons are all glow-in-the-dark. I'm making some other changes to this pattern as well, besides obviously the fabric color. Like the moon is going to be in glow-in-the-dark blending filament and stuff like that. But anyway, where I was stitching this week was here in the sail. I basically had like these rows and these little wispy tentacles off of the mast. So that is where I'm at with Skeleton Crew. And looking forward to getting more progress on that. Hopefully in the next month or so. Maybe. But I might be putting this away because we're no longer on Halloween. This is supposed to be a gift for my niece. I started this when she was like 4 or 5. She's 17. She just turned 17 a couple days ago. So, yeah. But I think she'll like it. She was really into pirates when she was little, and I think she'd like it. I may keep it for myself. I don't know yet. But this was intended to go to my niece, so. This back in here. Okay. Come on, use. There we go. So that is Skeleton Crew, and that is all the progress I've done on that. I showed you already the Carolyn Manning stitch along that I started on last Sunday. And then the next piece that I got some time in this week was Amid Amish Life. So this is the 3-part series that was done in the Cross Stitch and Country Crafts magazine back in 1987. So this was the 3-parter. Yep, Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. This was from March, April, May, June, and July, August, 1987. I am doing them all on one big piece, and I will show you my progress. So, this is the left side. But you can see I finally got some of the blue outlining done on the side of the house, and 2 of the windows on the upper floor started. This first part of the pattern actually ends about right here. So you can see I'm squishing the 3 patterns together. So basically this half of the roof here is in the second part. So, yep, it's the second part. I'm squishing them together so you can get an idea of where I'm at. Okay, my needle minders on here. I have Heart cross stitch. I don't remember where I got that at. This leaf down here, this wooden leaf, was from Camp Got a Stitch. I picked that up last year, I believe. And this was just a charm that I found at Pat Catan's a long time ago. It's a little gypsy wagon. I didn't have any other piece that it really went on. And I didn't have any other needle minders on this at the time that I started this. So I just put my little gypsy wagon on it. I don't know, gypsies and Amish. I don't know. I don't know if there's correlation there or not, but, you know, they're different. So, anyway, that's where I'm at on A Mid-Amish Life. I got the blue borders done and then the windows, and I started filling in the white on this window here. It's going to look a lot like this window with the black panes. These squares are going to be filled in with black. But yeah, that's 300 stitches. There's 300 stitches in there. But yeah, the house is starting to take shape. So that's A Mid-Amish Life. And that is all I have for whips this week, you guys. Don't mind me as I try and put this back in my very fancy project bag. This is the piece I would like an Amish project bag for. I have it in an 11 by 11 Q-snap. So if you're making project bags and you have Amish fabric and you can make a project bag that'll fit an 11 by 11 Q-snap, and I have all the floss in with it, great. Please message me. I'm interested in buying one. All right. So that is all the whips and whip updates that I have for you. So, as I mentioned before, I was contacted by a friend of mine here in Columbus, Emily Van from EJV Designs, and she contacted me and asked me if I would be willing to test stitch something for her. So this is my test stitch. You can kind of see it in the bag. I'm not going to show you a whole bunch of it, but I'll show you a little bit of it. That's what I have so far, you guys. That's all I can show you. That's all I can show you. Yep. It took me a little. Tuesday I was on a call with a Zoom meeting, stitch-in group with Emily and a couple other ladies that go to Cross My Heart on Tuesdays. And I had asked her a couple of questions because I had some questions about the pattern. I'm still waiting on some of the whisper floss for it, but it hit me, it dawned on me what this is, and it's very apropos for everything going on in the United States this week. So I hope that when this pattern comes out, you guys will snatch it right up because it's really cute. and it's really kind of, you know, hitting me in the feels this week. But it is really cute. But that's what I can show you of it. Okay, it's definitely not going to tell you what it is, but yeah, it's working up really cute, really stinking cute. And it's not on very big fabric. It's not on very big fabric, so you can kind of get an idea. You know, it's not very big. This is a 6x8 Q-snap. This is a 6x8 Q-snap. It's not very big, but there you go. This is my test stitch. So when it's released, I can actually probably show you the finishes. I'm gonna record finishing it and stuff, but I'm having fun stitching it. It's pretty fun. I need to work on it this weekend. That's my plan, is to actually finish it as much as I can this weekend, and then wait for the whisper to come in, and then I'll be able to finish it and turn it into Emily. But that is what I'm doing. So that is all I have for you this week. It's been a little bit, and I'm actually going to, there's some things that I needed to talk to you about. So for some of my other plans, so I showed you my whips. There is a Facebook group that I'm kind of in, called the International Cross Stitch Pen Pals Facebook group. It's just a group of people that want to get together and be pen pals with other cross stitchers across the world. And they have a stitching challenge going this month, where, you know, you stitch as much as you can. It's just an open monthly grid. Okay. The 24 Hours of Cross Stitch Facebook group. Their acrostic this month is 4 Seasons. The only thing I have on here is 4 Seasons by Jessica. It's a Heaven and Art Designs. So their acrostic is 4 Seasons. I thought about just using Jessica's for this entire thing and just picking 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. You know, just making the same requirement. Like up here I put 510 stitches. That may just be 510 stitches all the way down total. And that just may be, you know, my theme, my focus piece. Then we have the magazine monthly challenge. This month is thankful and thank you cards. As you can see, I haven't picked out my piece yet. It's probably going to be any piece, because I'm really thankful that I do cross stitch. But their acrostic is the word turkey. So one of the things that I have on here is Thomas Kincaid's Stone Her Touch. That is kind of a winter theme. And you can also see my little stickies down here. I have 2021 focus groups. These are the groups that I'm thinking about focusing on next year. And some of the different stitch-alongs that I'll be doing. And some of the different ideas that I have for 2021. I'm just starting to get into the planning stages. I'm getting ready to order my planner and kind of figure out how I'm going to organize my 2021, because I'd like to be a little more organized, and I'd like to be a little more accountable for my stitching in 2021. So that's just everything I have. That being said, that is all I have for you this week. And this installment. United States has a way to go to kind of get over the last 4 years. And hopefully we can kind of start to mend and start to work together to make this a better country. And hopefully we will not continue to be the laughingstock of the rest of the world. That is the goal. And hopefully we can all just work together. Things have been said the last 4 years. I hope we can just chalk that up to the way the administration decided to lead the country, and just realize that we can't be that way anymore. And hopefully we can heal, because we really need to. I don't know what the next couple of weeks are going to be like for me. Work has been a little crazy. We're starting something new, and it's probably not going to go well for a while. And the other thing about work too is we had an exempt town hall call on Thursday, and basically the update about the work from home status is we're probably working from home through at least part of 2021. Ohio, in the last week or 2 weeks, went from 1,000, 1,200, 1,500 cases of new cases of coronavirus every 24 hours. We hit a record yesterday. We had 5,008 new record cases of coronavirus yesterday. It's not looking good for us. I kind of half expected us to be on lockdown 2 weeks ago when we hit 2,000, which was high for us at the time. Now we're at 5,000. We've been in the high 4,000s since early this week. And I really fully expect that we will be on lockdown very soon again. I'm really surprised we're not again, but I have a feeling that it's coming. And it may even be coming before Thanksgiving. My husband and I and my mom have already planned on having Thanksgiving at home. Friends of ours that we've spent the last 20 Thanksgivings, so the last 20 years or so, we've spent over at their house. Let's just say the wife is pretty strong opposing political opinions than we do. And my husband and her husband have been talking on the phone. And they kind of decided that since she's also dealing with some health issues that, kind of put her at, I think, higher risk than even my mom and I for developing COVID and a pretty severe case of COVID, we kind of chalked it up to that as the main reason why we're not going to celebrate Thanksgiving at their house this year. But especially now in light of the election results that came down today, it might just be a good thing that maybe we're not celebrating together this year. As much as I hate the fact that we're not spending time with friends, and these are good friends. My husband went to high school in the 80s with her husband. So he's known her husband for the biggest chunk of his life. And, it's really sad that we've kind of come to that decision, but Dylan doesn't kind of want to put up with her opinions this year. It's a little raw, I think, for everybody. And just in light of the election results, Dylan has kind of talked to her husband and just basically said that it's probably a good idea that we just kind of do our own thing for Thanksgiving. So our Thanksgiving this year, thanks to COVID, thanks to everything else going on in the United States, is going to be a little different. It's just going to be kind of quiet. So Mom and I get to stay home, which is good because I have to work the following Friday. So Mom and I will probably stay home and I'll help her cook and Dylan will help us cook, and we'll just kind of stay home and have our own little Thanksgiving relaxation day. And then I'll have to go downstairs and work on Friday, and I'm sure it'll be fine, but it's going to be different this year. Last year was Mom's first Thanksgiving in Ohio, and we went over to their house and had a good time. It was a good time, but this year, because of everything going on, we're just going to kind of stay home and hopefully stay safe and stay sort of healthy and hopefully not get the flu and not get the COVID. But yeah, that's what else is going on this year. And then my mom and I, we need to kind of come together and figure out what our baking plans are for Christmas. Because I have a feeling that Christmas is just going to be kind of quiet around the house too. I have the week of Christmas off. At least tentatively, I have the week of Christmas off, so that'll be fun. Mom and I can do crafty stuff and baking stuff and just kind of hang out and be together and stitch and whatnot. So, and maybe I'll convince her to be on a video or two with me over the holiday break. But that's all I have going on. Don't know when my next video will be. It might be in a week, it might be in a couple of days, but anyway, that is what I have for you. Okay. Don't really have much else to say except America is moving forward and moving on, and hopefully we'll start to heal because we really need it. And just take care. I hope this video finds you well. I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're staying healthy. And please, by God, wear your damn masks. It helps. Don't be that person that kills the people you love because you decide not to wear a mask. Wear your damn masks. It's the least you can do. All right, so until next time, keep on keeping on because that's all we can do. And take care, everybody. Bye.